Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist. It's time to pick your own card. Weekly guidance for the 24th through to the 30th of October. So if you've not had a chance to tune in, then I'd like you to just pick cards 1, 2, or 3, and I'm going to reveal the messages, themes, and energies that will support you over the next 7 days. Now, I also reveal a bonus card, which is going to be connections and relationships. So listen out for that at the end. And what I would also say is that all cards usually resonate in some shape or form. So I would suggest listening to all 3 messages to get that holistic view of your week. So if you focused in particular on card 1, it's actually a card that we've not had for a little while, but I think is the most popular card of 2022. So we do get one that does kind of come out a lot, and this is it. So it's the winged messengers. It's the 2 of roses. And so the roses, as it suggests, is about relationships, it's about connection. And we can see that we've got the table is empty, people have not turned up for tea, or they have, and there's been a bit of an argument, and they've both left. And we've got these birds that are all both flying at different levels. So there's discord within your relationships or a particular connection this week. And as I say, it might not be intimate relationships, it could be family, it could be clients, it could be work, it could be friends, might even be exes coming back into your experience. The essential message with this card is what it's saying is don't get embroiled in the trigger, in the emotions of the situation, of what has been said. You might fall into that kind of wanting to be right, or feeling that you need to justify yourself. And this card is just asking you to take a few steps back, take the higher viewpoint, and see the situation in its entirety, as its whole, rather than just your individual perspective, or just being in the emotions of the discord that's there. This is kind of like taking a bit of a breather, taking a few steps back out, and seeing it as seeing yourself as a third party within this particular situation. And from that point, you can come from a place of neutrality and maybe have a little bit more empathy or compassion, or maybe realize where you are giving your power away and you need to put in stronger boundaries, rather than succumbing to your emotions, in the situation and in the moment. So this card is saying, take a step back, take a higher viewpoint, take a different perspective. And from that place, you can then respond and not react. So winged messengers, different levels of communication here, not on the same wavelength, discord. However, you can get the greater perspective on this, so then you can respond accordingly. And then that serves you, and it probably serves the other person as well. So give yourself that little bit of distance and space between whatever's going on here, and then come from a place of peace, maybe from a place of love, maybe from a place of power, but not in an egotistical way. Is where you are standing perhaps in your power, where you may have not done so before. So that is the winged messengers. That is card 1. Let me know how the card resonates. Don't forget, we've got the bonus card at the end. But also, if you want to have your own empowerment tarot session, or business, or money tarot, then please do reach out, and I would love to support you. All of my tarot sessions, all of my work, in fact, has Akashic record healing woven into it. So you're going to be releasing some karmic stuff in the process as well. Okay, if you pick card 2, you're on track. So there's a couple of messages that are actually held within this card this week. So first of all, this is kind of acknowledgement, you're on track. So wherever you're placing your mental energy, your wisdom, your skills, your gifts, your mastery, maybe something new that you are cooking up, wanting to create, where you are going to be able to share this knowledge in a new way. This card is saying it's on track, or you've already started that process. This card is saying you're on track. There is the element of newness in this card as well, because it's the 1 of the scroll. So it's right at the very beginning of this particular suit. So you're on this new journey. You're hesitating getting on the train because there's perhaps a little bit of doubt or insecurity. There's a reluctance because you don't know where the destination is necessarily. You don't know what the journey is going to be like. But this card is saying, get on the train. Everybody else is on the train. The train is waiting to leave the station, waiting to leave the platform. And if you're not on it, then you're missing out on this opportunity. So get on the train and allow yourself to enjoy the journey, and also know that the destination, you know, wherever it's going to be connected with growth and expansion, because this has got an element of newness. It's kind of a little bit of unknown in here. And that's perfect. Allow yourself to be in the journey or on the journey and enjoy it as you go through. But definitely on track. If you're taking your direction in new places already, this is you saying on track, perfect. If you're not quite on that journey yet, on that trajectory, this card is saying get on it. And so whatever comes up this week, the new opportunities or the doors that open, jump in, jump on, and enjoy it. So beautiful card for those that have picked card 2. And don't forget, listen to the other messages and also connect in with the bonus card as well, which is going to be at the end, because they're all going to resonate and relate in some way. And if you want your own session, Empowerment Tarot, Money or Business Tarot with Akashic Record healing and shifts, then please reach out. I would love to support you. Okay, so you pick card 3. This is in perfect alignment with the new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, as you know, is all about the shadow. It's about secrecy. It's sexuality. It's the darkness of the human experience. And so we've got Uriel and the Sphinx. It's a major card. We've got the full moon that's shining the light on the Sphinx, but also on the sand. And this is about discovering, self-discovery. It's about bringing more awareness to our shadow aspects, perhaps, or to those karmic patterns or behaviors, those cycles that we have going on repeat, perhaps with a person, a relationship, or, a particular pattern cycle of working hard for success, whatever you've got going on. There's self-discovery and awareness that's available for you this week. This is what this card is saying. This card is all about having deeper self-discovery, bringing and shining the light onto that, so then you can discover more about yourself. But also, if you want to make changes and get yourself out of that cycle, then it's the awareness bit that allows you to do that. Because if we're doing things unconsciously without the awareness, then we're just going along on our own merry way, and we just kind of keep repeating, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. But this card is saying we can actually do a pattern interrupt this week. We can bring this awareness, and then we've got a choice. Do I want to continue with this, or do I want to do something different? And we can absolutely have massive transformational shifts with ourselves in an instant if we choose that, and kind of say to ourselves, I no longer am going to do this or put up with this. And we can really choose to change the trajectory of our life in an instant once we have the awareness and we decide what choice we want. That's how powerful we can be. Now, of course, there's lots of then programming and layering and conditioning that we would then perhaps need to work through, but making that choice and deciding to stick with it, that is transformational. And so that's the opportunity that you have for this week, is to have this shine, this light shone and the sand kind of taken back, and this self-discovery, these things laid bare for you to see. Now it's up to you whether you see them or not. This week will tell, but you can use this time to look at yourself in a deeper way, look at your choices and your behaviors and your results, the things that are in your reality that are a direct result of your choices, in a deeper way. And you can start to ask yourself questions. Once you start that self-reflection and that questioning, that's when you start to dig and unearth and get to the root causes of those things, and then you can make those choices to change. So it's a beautiful, powerful card this week, and it's perfect with the new moon in Scorpio, because that's exactly what that Scorpio energy is all about as well. And it's about breakthroughs and transformation. Some of it will be uncomfortable, but breakthroughs and transformations don't tend to come with rainbows and roses. They tend to come through, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because we choose it on a subconscious level. They tend to come through hardship and struggle. My gosh, wouldn't it be good to have transformations in a different way? But that's, tends to be how, most of the time that tends to be the way that they come through. So let me know how that card resonates. Don't forget to listen to the other messages as well, because they will relate in some way also. And we've got the bonus card coming up now. Now, also, if you want to have your own empowerment tarot, business or money session, reach out to me. I would love to support you. And all of my sessions would include Akashic Record healing. So relationships and connection. Don't think we've had this as a bonus card. It's the summer. And so this connects with relationships and connections. So when we think of the summer, we think of warm sunshine. Depends where you are, actually, it might not be. But warm sunshine, long days where there's lots of light. It feels vibrant. It feels positive. And we feel good most of the time through the months of the summer. And that's because, we're getting the light and the vitamin D and all of that type of stuff. And so our relationships, what suggests this week is our relationships, perhaps relationships that have been a little bit challenging, or just relationships in general, are going to feel more positive. They're going to feel like there is that growth. There is that kind of sunshine that is being shone upon them. Now, when I look at this card, there is that kind of general vibe that they're positive and things are kind of doing great with your relationships and your connections. But for some of you, because what I get with this card, when I look at it, we've got the farmer and he's, using the long sunny days to get as much as he can do before the winter comes, and there's the long dark nights instead, so there's less time, or for him to be able to do stuff with the daylight. But what I get with that also is this hard work kind of aspect, that the farmer knows that he's got to really kind of put his time and focus in to, and his motivation in at this time to kind of maximize and leverage what he's got available. So I also get this hard work element. So this card for me is that if there are some relationships that are just really hard work, I want you to ask yourself, what are you getting out of the relationship? And this could be a friendship, connection, work connection. What are you getting out of it? If it's really hard work and it feels like it's like pulling teeth, it's like wading through mud, then what keeps you in that relationship? And it will be fear, it will be insecurity, it will be, all of those things. But this card is saying, if there are hard work relationships in your experience, then have a look at them and really be truthful and honest with yourself, and see what you can do to either tweak things and maybe put in better boundaries, or it's maybe time to step back and work out how you're going to do that in a way that serves you and serves everybody, to be honest. So 2 messages, generally positive, high vibe, things are flourishing because the summer, everything is flourishing, it's growing, we're enjoying this sunshine. But if there are some relationships that are hard work, and when you truly, honestly look at them and it's like, I am putting way more in here than I'm actually getting out. And it might be fear that's keeping me in this relationship because there's a dependency aspect on an element of that relationship, then it's time to reflect and review and see how you can start to make a way to step out of that, or make some dramatic changes so that that dependency isn't there. But if there's not like at least 50% joy in that connection, in that relationship, because literally we want at least halfway where it's good. If you haven't got that 50%, then it's time to look at that. And that's what this card is also saying. So Let me know how these cards resonate. Let me know if you'd like your own session. I would love to support you with the tarot, the insights, the clarity, the guidance, but also the beautiful Akashic karmic healing that will support you over the next 3 months. Reach out, let me know how the cards relate, what you feel that they mean for you, and I will see you in another 7 days. Love and blessings. Bye.